All right, welcome back. Even though the 16th of December has passed, this month is still regarded as Reconciliation Month. And like every other year, the struggle for recognition for the Khoi and the San communities continue. Just recently, public hearings on the Traditional and Khoi-San Bill were held. To tell us more about the bill and the public hearings, we joined in our studios here in Johannesburg by Chief Glen Taaibosch from the Gauteng Khoi and San Council. Chief, it's a very good morning to you and thank you so much for your time.
Morning, Palisa, and good morning to the viewers.
Thank you very much indeed. You know, some people don't really know of the horrible atrocities that the Khoi-San people went through under apartheid, like not being able to speak your own language, you know, for example. But talk to us about the challenges that your communities faced during the past years.
Palisa, you're mentioning language.
Yeah.
We're talking genocide. We're talking the hunting of people, human beings, all right, and to shoot and kill them and have that as trophies. That very same castle that they had the other day, where they had the three black chiefs and the one Khoi-San chief honored. That castle is the Castle of Good Hope. Yeah. For our people, it's a castle. It's a castle of bloodshed. Our people were kept as prisoners there, and from there, they were sold out to the colonialists. All right, where they were hunted and they were killed and maimed and they were, shot as trophies. So, the month of reconciliation means absolutely nothing to us. I was in Kimberley last week on a conference arranged by the Department of Arts and Culture. It speaks about social cohesion, a project that was launched 2 years ago, 2012, in Kimberley. At least the project is still alive, but as far as social cohesion goes, it's dead.
And talking about the Northern Cape, we once had a broadcast in Platform Day.
Yes.
In the Northern Cape.
Right.
And a lot of the Khoi-San people, the Khoi and the Khoi, were even saying that, as much as South Africa has attained democracy, but we still do not feel like part of the new South Africa. Sorry
to interrupt you, but we are not. Palisa, if this bill that they are trying to do, firstly, you're having a bill, but we're not in the Constitution. Now, your Constitution is what runs your country. If we're not acknowledged there, how can you have a bill? Shouldn't the Constitution inform the bill and not vice versa?
But what do you mean if you
we're
say
not
you're
acknowledged? We're not acknowledged. The Khoi-San people is not acknowledged in our Constitution. So we're non-existent. The first people, all right, the Aboriginal people of this country, people that were here first, and we're stating that unapologetically. We're not going to apologize for that. We were here first, all right, and we believe that we have a say to this land, all right. Now, government is preaching social cohesion and they're preaching this bill. They've done this bill without us, for us. We don't want that. This bill must be done with us, for us. All right. This bill we've got what we call a National Khoi-San Council, a group of guys which were appointed by government to represent the Khoi and San nation. Now these people don't have our support. They don't have our respect. Us as the leaders, bloodline leaders of this country, do not support these people because they're selling us out. Now government is under the impression that when they speak to these guys, all right, they have spoken to the Khoi and San nation. That's not.
But have you made the government aware?
Yes, we've written many. We've written many. We have in public platforms told, for instance, our Minister of Rural Development and Land Reform, Google and Quinty. We have told him that we don't acknowledge these people. Stop talking to these people because these people they don't have constituencies where they can go back to.
So do you believe that's where the problem lies?
The problem lies with the NKC. They must go. Government must abandon that whole body because they don't even recognize them as a statutory body.
Yeah.
They just consult with them and they fly up and down and stay in posh hotels. But they're not representative of what the people on the ground want. Right. We don't want that bill. We want the bill, yes. Recognize us somehow, all right? But how can you, if you're serious about recognizing us and about social cohesion, then start listening to us. We are saying there is a lot of things that government can do very quickly.
But we do know there are public hearings taking place right now.
Public hearings is taking place right now. So far in the provinces where they've been, in the Western Cape, rejected 90%. All right. In the Northern Cape, rejected 90%. In the Eastern Cape, rejected 90%. The bill...
And we do know that the bill has been in the pipeline from 1997.
Yes, no, this bill has been there. We rejected it the first time. It's going to be rejected again. But you know, we are scared that government will go ahead and implement this anyway because the NKC has given their support for this bill. Now I can understand. You must understand there's an age gap. A lot of the people on the NKC is in their 60s and beyond. All right, and they see this as a final payday, but they're not thinking about the kids of tomorrow that will still have to stay enslaved. We are not free. We are not free as a Khoi-San nation, even though this was promised in 1994 by Nelson Mandela, all right, to the United Nations that they will free the Khoi-San nation. In 2016, there was a conference at the UN in Philadelphia. All right, we were not represented. This government did not give feedback as to how far they are with freeing the Khoi-San nation.
And we do know that, you know, government has been working on the social cohesion and reconciliation project since 2012.
It's, you know, how can you have social cohesion if you don't recognize the person? Look at all the remedial policies that government's got. Employment equity bill does not include us. BEE does not include us. All right, the internal policies they have on bursary allocations does not include our people. So
but what do you mean if you say it does not include your people?
It does
Doesn't
not.
the Constitution say that South Africa belongs to everyone who lives in it?
We'd love to believe that. The Constitution, beautiful written document. The Freedom Charter, beautiful written document, but it's not applied. Because, remember, when post-1994 we were told, okay, from now on you are either black or you're white. All right? Indian, Chinese, colored, whatever, you are black now. All right. Okay. And then you got white. But then you got, when we speak about benefits to the black people of South Africa now, I remember, you're only supposed to be black and white. Then your president makes a statement, blacks in general, but Africans in particular. Only thing is that Africans in particular excludes us. Now you tell me, how much more African can we be? We that were born, that was found here. The first people here, but we're not recognized as Africans.
Mr. Taaibosch, I wish we could continue the discussion.
It's unfortunate, and
it would also be nice to have the government on board to respond to some of the allegations and the concerns that you're
always
raising.
pose this challenge. Those people that wants to challenge us as to who was first and who this country belongs to. We have historians, we have people that have studied this, we have people that have made that wrote books about this.
I do know that we covered a story, Krotua stories in the Western Cape as well, when they were repatriating her soul.
Right.
Yeah, and it dated back to, many years ago when, your community first came into being here in South Africa.
Again, not the full truths came out.
Let's leave it.
You know what I'm saying?
And
unfortunately, I just want to appeal to you guys. If ever you want the truth about the Khoi-San people, give us a program, a platform where we can sit and thrash this out, where anybody that challenges our legitimacy can come on board, all right? They can question us.
That will be considered, but thank you so much.
Please, I appreciate it. Thank you, Polisa.
Well, there you have it. That's Chief Glen Taaibosch from the Gauteng Khoi-San Council talking to us about the bill. The bill has been to many provinces, but they still to go to Mpumalanga, Gauteng, and the Northwest in January and February next year.